As I sit here, playing in this old bar, hoping one day that will go far.
Hi there, and welcome to the Sask Music Indigenous History Month interview series. My name is LJ Tyson, and I'm joined here today by Daryl Anderson. Daryl, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you?
So good. Thanks for joining us here today on our interview series.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I want to start by saying I'm so kind of geeking out here right now because you're such a TikTok star. How did that come about?
You know, I actually, the whole reason why it started is I needed vocal surgery a year ago. It was a year ago, like in October, so it's been about a year and a half now. But I couldn't talk, I couldn't work, couldn't really do anything. And I thought, I'll just try out TikTok and recycle some videos. And it kind of started there. And then some people just kind of started following me and had big followers and just kind of snowballed. And now it's kind of like, it's a pretty good time on there.
And it opens you up to a whole new audience that you might have not reached before.
100%. And that's kind of the thing. Like, I'm reaching people from the tips of Florida to California, up to Montana, South Dakota, like all over the states, Ontario to BC, and it's all over. Australia, I got people following me from Australia and stuff. It's really good. It's good.
Your own original music under the Daryl Anderson brand, and then you have like cover band music and some original music under River's Edge. Mm-hmm. But I have to say, man, you've done such a terrific job of bridging that gap between the northern music scene and the southern music scene. And you were telling me that's because you just play for everyone and anyone. How do you think you've been successful, truly, honestly, with kind of being able to work up north and down south?
You know what I think it is that I honestly believe it's just talking to people like people and treating everybody. I try and treat everybody good, and I just try and treat everybody as an equal. And there's no, so that everybody's just a normal person all the way across the board. It doesn't matter whether they're from up north or down south or, it just doesn't matter. It's just, love everybody, and everybody always loves good music. So you just try and enjoy the music and share the music and put out music that everybody's gonna like. So
if you had to pick one of your original songs for someone to hear for the first time, what song would that be if you were just trying to, show someone what you're about?
The biggest kind of like comment that comes up the most is kind of my raspy voice. So if I was showing somebody a song that's just like more vocals and just kind of more of a feeling of just the music, I'd probably pick Shots at the Bar. I think it's because it's more about the vocals and about kind of all the music behind it. So probably that one, I think.
And speaking of your original music, what do you have coming up? Any new single releases?
We had Donnie Pronto, which seems like everybody knows. We kind of came up with this song it's a summer song, and we were thinking about back home. I'm originally from Big River, and just growing up. So me and my guitar player wrote it, and he kind of grew up in the area, but was always around the area all the time. And we wrote a song about going out to the lakes in Big River. So whether it was like Nestlin or Zigzag, if you guys know the area. And it was just about being at the lake. So we wrote a song about being at the beach and just spending the day at the beach. And, once it started getting colder, you just went back to the fire, pulled out the guitars and stuff like that. And we made it just like, it has this kind of old school country, like upbeat feel to it. And Donnie Pronto's playing fiddle on it. And it's insane. Like, I love it. It's super fun. It comes out July 1st.
I'm so excited to hear that one. Speaking of July 1st and looking into the future, any shows you want to plug and promote here?
Oh, so many cool shows. Love the support from the festivals. So we're playing Country at the Creek, which is going to be a fun one. So we get to kind of, I don't like saying open up, but we get to play before Aaron Goodwin, who's just fantastic. And man, there's so many good people there. So Country at the Creek's July 9th. Jack Pine Music Festival, which is an all brand new Festival out at the Ness Creek grounds in Big River as well, and that's June 25th. And Dogpatch Music Festival. Those are the festivals that are kind of coming up, so I'm excited for those.
And besides getting to tour all these cool places and being a huge TikTok star, where else do you want your career to go in these next few years?
You know, I've almost just been kind of letting it flow in its own natural direction. I mean, I think any musician strives to be bigger and do bigger shows and play more places and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm just kind of loving life right now, and I have my life set up so that I'm just working on music and working on my merch and all that kind of fun stuff, and trying to bring music to as many people as I can. So between doing TikTok lives and Facebook lives and all that kind of fun stuff, and trying to get out and meet as many people as I can and songwrite with people, whoever kind of wants to songwrite, it's just, I mean, obviously, yeah, like maybe bigger, make more money. I mean, who doesn't want that? But I mean, just being able to sustain what I'm doing right now and just get out there and experience life. I got a really cool show I'm excited about in Sicamous, BC. So I get to go out there and just play like a solo show on this kind of floating bar kind of thing, and they're giving me like a big boat to kind of stay on for a few days and just kind of hang out. Like, it's gonna be killer.
That is the life. That sounds like the life right there.
Yeah, it was good.
I shouldn't say if you had to, if you would be so kind as to recommend another Saskatchewan Indigenous artist to our viewers, who would that be?
Actually, when it comes to Indigenous people, I know lots of them, so it's tough, and it's tough to know just lots of people in the music industry. He kind of saves my butt once in a while, but Dean Gauthier. Mm-hmm. He comes and plays bass for me. He's not super into the music, but I mean, he helps me out. He's great. Your brother Colton, I mean, he's a busy man, and he plays drums for me, and the compliments I get from him for him is just insane, and I love playing with him and stuff like that. I mean, you have your own little niche that you're in, and it's great, and you push your stuff, and I see the drive and stuff like that you do, which is fantastic. And the music industry is really hard, so you definitely have to have a love for music and a love for entertaining and a love for like just bringing music to the people and putting a smile on people's faces, or to spread your message of what you're trying to do. And there's so many great people out there, and like those are three people that I kind of know about that come to my mind like really quick. But there's so many. I mean, Forrest is another one. That guy's absolutely, like, he's the indie master. Like,
100%.
He's so good. And anytime that I've had to deal with him, he's just a great, super helpful, like caring, straight up front. Like, so yeah, I mean, there's tons of people. And that's just like a quick thought, right?
Yeah, off the top of your head, that's awesome.
It's really great. So,
well, thank you so much for joining us here today for this interview series. We really appreciate it. Where can people find you on social medias?
That's part of the work that I've been working really hard to kind of make it all just one cohesive package. So whether you're looking at TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, the World Wide Web, is all Daryl Anderson music, and it's all getting straightened out now. So it's all pretty much all of it's Daryl Anderson music now. So I made it as easy as I can for people to find me. So
just Google him, you'll find him.
Just Google, I'm everywhere.
Awesome.
No problem. Thank you.
Anytime, man. Thank you very much.